Most people don't help others because they're kind. They help because they're weak. Weak people are terrified of disappointing others, terrified of being called selfish, terrified of watching someone struggle and doing nothing. So they sacrifice themselves and call it having a good heart. But predators love people like that, because nothing is easier to control than someone whose self-worth depends on being needed. That's why some people keep you around. Not because they love you, not because they respect you, but because you are useful. You answer every call. You fix every disaster. You absorb every emotional burden. And slowly, your life stops belonging to you. The terrifying part? Most users don't even see themselves as manipulative. To them, you volunteered. And you did. Again and again and again. Until helping people became the reason your own life stayed stuck. Here are 7 types of people you need to stop helping before you wake up one day and don't recognize your own life. The first is the professional victim. This person has turned suffering into an identity. Every story ends the same way. It's not my fault. Every problem is external. Every failure is someone else's doing. Every solution you offer is quietly rejected. Pay attention. They don't want solutions. They want sympathy that never expires. Because the moment they fix their life, they lose the only thing they know how to be. If you keep helping them, you're not lifting them up. You're holding them exactly where they are. The second is the crisis manufacturer. With them, life is never calm. There is always something urgent, something broken, something that needs you right now. And somehow, you are always the answer. Money, time, attention, favors, you step in, you fix it. But nothing changes, because their chaos isn't accidental. It's a system, and you are part of it. Some people don't fall into problems, they create them. Because they know someone like you will come running. The third is the one-way relationship. You give. They receive. You check in. They disappear. You show up. They expect it. Remove yourself for a moment and watch what happens. Silence. No concern. No effort. No shift. Because the relationship was never mutual. It was functional. You were useful. And the moment you stop being useful, you become unnecessary. The fourth is the lazy dreamer. They speak in future tense. I'm going to change. I'm going to start. I'm going to become. But nothing in their life moves. You bring opportunities. They hesitate. You connect them to people. They delay. You push them forward and they quietly drift back to comfort. They don't need help. They need discomfort. And no amount of your effort can replace their refusal to act. Helping them is like pouring water into a bucket with no bottom. The fifth is the manipulative helpless. This one is subtle. They act like they don't know, like they can't, like they're overwhelmed by the simplest things. So you step in, you solve it, you carry it, you handle it. But watch closely. When it benefits them, they are capable. When it costs them, they are helpless. This is not weakness. This is strategy. And every time you rescue them, you reinforce the performance. You are not helping them grow. You are teaching them how to control you. The sixth is the boundary destroyer. You say no. They hear, try again. You say you're tired. They remind you of everything they're going through. You set limits. They step over them. Slowly, casually, repeatedly, until your no becomes flexible, and your yes becomes expected. These people don't break boundaries loudly. They erode them, quietly, consistently. And by the time you notice, you're living a life you didn't agree to. Helping someone who ignores your limits is agreeing to disappear. The seventh is the energy parasite. They don't take your money. They take something worse. Your clarity, your confidence, your peace. After every conversation, you feel drained. After every interaction, you feel smaller. They complain, they criticize, they compare. They guilt you, subtly, strategically. And you keep trying to help them feel better, but they don't want to feel better. They want you to feel worse, because that's the only place they feel in control. Some of you watching this already know exactly who I'm talking about. But you'll still go back. You'll still answer the phone, still send the money, still rescue the same people destroying your peace. Because deep down, being needed makes you feel important, even if it's killing you. That's the addiction nobody talks about. Not drugs or alcohol. The addiction to feeling necessary, and some people will spend their entire lives being emotional servants, mistaking exhaustion for love. Don't let that become your story, because one day you'll realize something horrifying. The people you saved kept living their lives while you lost yours trying to carry them. If this hit a nerve, I'm glad. That means something in you is waking up. Now, like this video, share it with someone who needs the truth. And subscribe, because the next video might be the one that finally changes how you move. I'll be seeing you soon.